Our age is lacking in examples. Geronda. Why does Saint Cyril of Jerusalem say that the martyrs of the last days will surpass all previous martyrs? Because in the old days we had men of great stature. Our present age is lacking in examples, and I am speaking about a church and monasticism as a whole. Today, there are more words and books and fewer living examples. We admire the holy athletes of our church, but we do not understand how much they struggled. We are not able to appreciate their pain, not able to love and strive with Philorimo to imitate them, because we have never struggled like they did. Surely the good God will take that into account, the age and conditions in which we live, and on that basis he will judge us. With only a slight effort, the crowns we earn will surpass those of our ancestors. In the old days, there was a fighting spirit, and people tried to do their best and measure up to the best. Evil and negligence were not tolerated. Good was in great supply, and with this competitive fighting spirit, it was difficult for those who were careless to make it to the finish line. Others would simply run them over. I remember once in Thessaloniki we were waiting for a traffic light to cross the street. When it turned green, I suddenly felt pushed by the crowd behind me, as if by a wave. I did not even have to lift my foot. Others were walking for me. All I'm trying to say is that when everybody is going in the same direction, and one person wants to go in another, it will be difficult for him to resist the crowd. Today, if one wants to live honestly and spiritually, he will have a hard time fitting into this world. And if he is not careful, he will be swept downhill by the secular stream. In the old days, there was plenty of good around, plenty of virtue, many good examples. Good was drowning evil. The little disorder that existed in the world or in the monasteries was neither visible nor harmful. But look at what is happening now. There are so many bad examples, and the little good that does exist is subject to scorn. In other words, things are now reversed. Evil is drowning the good. Evil rules our lives. It helps so much when a person or a group of people has a fighting spirit. A person that makes spiritual progress benefits himself and helps those around him. Likewise, when we are lukewarm, we transfer this quality to others. One person gives in and those around him follow, and before they all know it, they are left with nothing. This is why it is so important for us to have a fighting spirit. We must pay great attention to this matter, because people today have reached the point where they make laws to promote laxity and impose them on those who want to live strict and disciplined lives. For this reason, spiritual athletes should not only resist the influences of the secular spirit, they should also resist comparing themselves to the world and concluding that they are saints. Otherwise, they will let go of their defenses and end up in a worse situation than lay people. Our examples in the spiritual life should not be lay people, but the saints. If we take one virtue at a time and find a saint who exemplified it and study his or her life, we will realize that we have achieved nothing, and so we will proceed with humility. Just as in racing, the runner speeding for the finish line does not turn back to see those lagging behind, but fixes his eyes forward, so too, in this struggle, we must not look back. If we do, we will surely be left behind. When I try to imitate those who are ahead of me, my conscience becomes more sensitive, more refined. When, however, I look at those behind me, I justify myself and think that, compared to their faults, mine are not so important. The thought that others are inferior to me falsely consoles me. And so I end up drowning my conscience, or to put it better, I end up with a heart that is plastered and unfeeling.